Hello children. So welcome back to another video of the practice questions for chapter tissue, and this is part 4 for class 9th, and it is presented by me, Pooja Verma, your teacher. So let's get begin. So before we start, you need to follow certain rules that use a sheet of paper and pen to answer these questions. Right answer, if you have done it right, then give yourself it's like +1, and if you have done it wrong, then give yourself 0, or it's like if you have done an attempt at any question, then also give yourself a 0. There is no negative marking. Apart from that, listen carefully to the explanation which I'm going to provide you after it's like end of each questions, and don't forget children, so to tell your marks in the comment section below along with your name. Okay, don't forget this. So let's get started. The first question is, simple permanent tissue has only one kind of permanent cells while complex permanent tissue has, and your options are A, at least 4, B, at least 2, C, all cells are different, and D, does not matter. So you have already know about what is simple permanent tissue and what is complex permanent tissue. Okay, you are very well equipped with all of this knowledge which we have completed in it's like in the chapter explanation video. Okay, if you haven't watched that video, just go and watch it, then attempt these questions. So mark the right answer. So the correct answer for this question is option D. Sorry, option is wrong. That is option A. Okay, at least 4. In case of complex permanent, we have two prominent examples, that is xylem and phloem. These two are the conducting tissue. You have vascular tissue that conducts, xylem conducts water and minerals, and phloem conducts foods. Okay, so in case of xylem, we have xylem trachees, we have xylem vessel, we have xylem parenchyma, and we have xylem fibers. In case of phloem, we have companion cell, we have sieve tubes, we have the phloem parenchyma, we have phloem fibers. So we have at least minimum 4 types of cells. Moving further, we have food storing simple permanent tissue is, and your options are A, parenchyma, B, collenchyma, C, scleroid, and D, none. So this is very simple question children. So mark the right answer. Correct answer for this question is option A, that is parenchyma. You know very well that parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma, these are the types of simple permanent tissue, and in case of parenchyma, centrally large vacuole is being located, mainly responsible for the food storage. Clear? Moving further, we have third question. Chlorenchyma and erenchyma both are a type of, and your options are A, parenchyma, B, vascular bundle, C, xylem, and D, phloem. So take your time, mark the right answer over here. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is option A, that is parenchyma. You know very well that parenchyma is further being categorized in two types, that is chlorenchyma and erenchyma. Chlorenchyma just because these cells containing chlorophyll pigment responsible for a process known as photosynthesis, in which plants are able to make their own food, synthesize their own food, and that is the reason plants are termed as autotroph. You know very well, auto means self and trophos mean more of nutrition. Plants are autotroph because they contains chlorophyll, they have chlorophyll pigment which enables the plants for synthesize their own food. And it's like erenchyma is just like presence of air spaces which makes like the aquatic plants to float on water. Clear? So these two types, that is chlorenchyma and erenchyma, is a type of parenchymatous tissue. Next, question 4 we have, tissues in tendrils of a climber plant and leaf stalk of a plant are examples of which tissue, and your options are A, parenchyma, B, collenchyma, C, vascular bundles, and D, bark. So take your time, mark the right answer over here. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is option B, that is collenchyma. So children, you know very well that these collenchymatous tissue is basically responsible just to provide tensile strength, and it's like a sort of rigidity to the plants. Apart from that, it also provides flexibility to the attached organ, just like leaves and stem. so that we can, it's like, bend some of leaf and stem and it does not break. It's like these stems, we can bend leaf and stem without breaking them. And it also stores certain amount of food, just like parenchymatous tissue. Clear? Next question. Lignified thick cell with no cytoplasmic space is a characteristic of, and your options are A. parenchyma, B. collenchyma, C. sclerenchyma, and D. epidermis. Cell wall, thick cell wall, and the keyword is the lignified. That means what? Lignin is being deposited in the cell wall to make it thick with no cytoplasmic space. That means there was no cytoplasmic space in between them. Like cells are so thick just because lignin is being deposited in the cell wall. So I know that you got the answer. So yes, without any delay, the answer for this question is option C, that is sclerenchyma. Children, you know very well that sclerenchyma is the type of simple permanent tissue, and these cells are dead because lignin is being deposited in the cell wall. And these sclerenchymatous cells basically provide mechanical strength to the plant and its part. Just like example, husk of a coconut is made up of sclerenchymatous tissue. Okay, these are the diagrams incorporated from your NCERT book. Moving further, we have sixth question. The pore through which transpiration in plants occur is, and your options are A. stoma, B. vacuoles, C. plastid, and D. none. First of all, children, you need to understand that what is transpiration. Transpiration is basically loss of water. Okay, transpiration is loss of water from the aerial part of the plant. Transpiration is loss of water from the aerial part of the plant. So your options are stoma, vacuole, plastids, and none. So take your time and mark the right answer over here. So the correct answer for this question is option A, that is stoma ya stomata. See, stomas and stomata, these are this like tiny pores that is present on the epidermis of leaf. Okay, and these pores is like responsible for transpiration. Okay, these like leaf, basically if we talk about the structure of a leaf, just like this is a leaf, so it's like surface of the leaf contains small tiny pores, and these pores is known as what? Stomata. And it's like each stomata is being enclosed by two kidney shaped guard cells. These are known as guard cells. Okay, guard cells basically regulate the opening and the closing of stomata. This is known as a central cavity. In the first diagram, stomata is open, and in this diagram, stomata is being closed. Moving further, we have how many guard cells surround a stroma. So I have already explained you this in the last question. Your options are A1, B2, C3, and D many. So I know that you know the answer. So the correct answer for this question is option 2, that is option B, that is 2. Stomata is basically surrounded by two kidney shaped guard cells. Okay. Next question we have, guard cells and stoma are found in which part of the plant? And your options are A. parenchyma, B. collenchyma, C. sclerenchyma, and D. epidermis. Guard cells and stoma are found in which part of the plant? Guard cells are simple, the kidney shaped cell that basically regulates the opening and closing of the stomata. So these are located in which part of the plant? Take your time, mark the right answer over here. Okay, so the correct answer for this question is option D, that is epidermis. As I have told you, epidermis is basically contains the small pores, and these small pores is like stomata. These are responsible, is like surrounded by two kidney shaped guard cells having a central cavity, responsible for like transpiration, exchange of gases with this atmosphere, and so on. Okay, also provides some sort of resistance protection to the internal epidermis. Provide a resistance, provide a protective covering, forms a protective covering of the leaf to prevent it from any sort of fungal diseases, parasitic attack, and so on. Next we have 9th question. One of the tissues in the given option is dead tissue. Identify. And your options are A. parenchyma, B. collenchyma, C. sclerenchyma, and D. xylem. Dead tissue. Okay, so you need to identify dead tissue. and take your time, mark the right answer. So the correct answer for this question is option C, that is sclerenchyma. Children, you know very well that sclerenchyma is a dead tissue because it have lignified cells. Lignin is being deposited to make it more tough, rigid, okay? And it is basically provides mechanical strength and prevent the plant from any sort of external forces, just like strong wind, parasitic attack, fungal infection. Make the plant very hard, stiff, rigid. Okay, example in the case of husk of coconut, you can see, okay, husk of coconut. So that is the best example of your it's like this sclerenchymatous tissue. Clear? Last question for this video is, phloems and xylem are, and your options are A, simple permanent, B, complex permanent, C, vascular, and D, B and C both. So mark the right answer over here, take your time. So the correct answer for this question is option B, that is complex permanent tissue. Children, you know very well that in case of the plant cell we have two, that is meristematic, then we have permanent. In meristematic again we have three, apical meristem, lateral meristem and intercalary meristem. In permanent we have two, that is simple permanent, and we have complex permanent. In simple permanent we have three, that is your parenchyma, we have collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma again we have two, that is your chlorenchyma, chlorophyll pigment, and erenchyma, that is air space. In complex we have two, that is xylem and your phloem. These two are also known as trichlary elements, या vascular tissue, responsible for conduction of water and minerals. I hope this much is clear. So children, that's all for this video. I hope these questions are easy for you and you are understanding why this should be the right answer and what are the other options are related to. So that's all for this video. I hope things are clear to you. In case you have any doubt, don't hesitate to ask in the chat section below, and you can reach me out anytime. And don't forget to tell your score in the comment section below. And thank you so much for listening. Have an awesome day. God bless you all.